What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season 4, where we have a best of two going between Lajons and AlbumSheet. Currently, the score stands 1-0 in favor of AlbumSheet as they got in under Lajons before their Morphling could get big enough with a hell of a lot of push. And I think if you're going to be going up against Lajons, that's the approach that you kind of need to be taking. They, again, like to only run this kind of strategy where they just protect Era, try to get him a whole lot of farm, just delay. And AlbumSheet, well, this game they're not going to have their hands on the Death Prophet, as that is now banned out by Lajons, but even if you can't get your Death Prophet, that doesn't mean you can't push. And I think that should be what AlbumSheet are going to look to do. Either that, or just, apply non-stop ganking pressure, make sure they dominate their lanes, and then just try to scrape a win thereafter. But really, that should be more or less the game plan from AlbumSheet, as going for anything else, taking it late, and trying to just, fight fire with fire. It's possible to make that happen. Like, it's definitely a way to do it. But is it the best way to do it? That's a different question altogether, just because there's no reason to. I mean, if you do that, you essentially turn the game into a coin flip. It's like, well, it could go this way, it could go this way, but if you suddenly mess up, if your carry gets squished once, then you won't really have enough to keep on going. So I think the best thing for AlbumSheet to do is get a Jakiro and then do the exact same thing that they did before. Because last game they took down all the tier 2 towers pretty quickly. And, that's pretty good. They could pick up a Jakiro and do that, and then still have late game backup, but instead it looks like they're going to go for Ogre Viper. And it's going to be more of a blank slate opening, as these heroes can go in any direction. They work decently well together. You just stun someone, keep them locked down, dump a whole bunch of slows on them. You could bring them down pretty quickly. But I would like to see just AlbumSheet first pick that Jakiro. I think, honestly, the hero is powerful enough to warrant a first pick status. And, I mean, you might as well go for a hero that's like that, especially if you know the enemy team is, and their game plan is to play it super slow. But still, Viper and Ogre, I mean, even though they're not outright pushing heroes, they are heroes that can completely destroy Lajons should the AlbumSheet lineup decide to play very aggressively, and I think it should be the case. Lajons, on the other hand, well, they're going to open up with the Skywrath Mage, was previously first banned in game number 1, and then they're going to go for a Centaur. So we have heroes for one of the supports from Lajons, as well as Jonas and Fam. Going to get that off-lane Centaur going. It's going to be nice for AlbumSheet if they run the Viper into that, as that usually is a favorable situation for a Viper, though it is possible that they go in a different direction entirely. Jakiro now being banned out from Lajons. This is why I like picking it up first. Yeah, Ogre Magi is most likely going to either be given to the opposition, or you're going to not get him at all. It's going to be banned, but I would take that trade. I personally would take that trade. Even though Ogre is my boy. I love him. Jakiro is also pretty good. But anyway, Centaur Skywrath Mage, it's a nice little opening for Lajons. It does have the possibility of going very aggressive, but I don't really think that's in their style. So Centaur Skywrath mostly going to be holding down the fort, and with the amount of burst magical damage that these two heroes put out, these are definitely heroes capable of doing so.
10 seconds remaining.
Getting a Blink Dagger on Centaur Warrunner, setting up with a Blink Stomp into a Mystic Flare. Oh man, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Viper with a hood. You're probably not going to live. Actually, no, Viper with a hood probably will live, but a Viper without a hood with just a mech is going to be dropping very, very quickly, just because Double Edge with Ancient Steel is deadly enough. Add a Mystic Flare on top of that, and you have yourself a kill. Assuming you get your Blink Daggers early. It is possible that Centaur just never gets his Blink Dagger, or gets it like 15 minutes into the game, 15-20, and is just not relevant enough at that stage. It's very rare, to be sure, but it is a possibility. And it's all going to come down to, again, how much pressure AlbumSheet can apply early on. They're going to take out the Faceless Void and the Ancient Apparition. That's mostly just respect bans from Lajons' last game. And then Lajons are going to take up the Vengeful Spirit and the Jakiro. And the Jakiro, definitely understandable. Vengeful Spirit, I guess, is just to make sure people don't get saved from the Skywrath Mage combo. Possibly it's going to be Lajons setting up for a Batrider pick, but that would be a Batrider most likely going mid, because Jonas and Fam is the Batrider player and the Centaur Warrunner player of Lajons. And obviously you can only play one hero at a time. unless you're really good at micro, in which case I suppose you could go for 2, but you probably shouldn't be doing that because that doesn't make much sense. It is going to most likely not be a Batrider pick. I actually do like seeing Batriders against a lineup that's going to be very aggressive, and AlbumSheet, well, they're going to take a Dazzle first, actually. Well, Dazzle, Ogre, Magi, it's more defensive than I like seeing. I feel like if you're going to be picking up an Ogre, you should just be going all out just because he's so tanky, he gets so much done. Dazzle isn't a hero that could really do that. He typically likes to play it a little bit slower and a little bit more passively. I like seeing Dazzles with Skywrath Mages. I mean, it's not a huge setup for a Mystic Flare or anything like that, but I just feel like Dazzle Ogre don't really work that great together. But is there a huge reason to pick up Dazzle right now? There is no target that they're going to be 100% trying to focus and keep alive. Unlike last game where that hero, on paper, would have been the Death Prophet. Of course, it's not too late for AlbumSheet to pick up someone like that, but I do like the Dazzle in that in this type of lineup right now, it kind of does signify that AlbumSheet are going to be going for a little bit of a weirder hero. And hell, if you don't like weird heroes, then you should probably leave the stream right now, because this is where all the weird heroes come out to play. And I love it. But right now, I mean, yeah, protecting yourself against burst from Skywrath Mage, Centaur, Warrunner is possible, but your heroes die so quickly within that Mystic Flare that the Shallow Grave isn't really the best option at keeping them alive. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling that AlbumSheet are going to be running something weird. And Lions, well, they didn't really get that many hard carries banned out from them. Morphling's still in the pool, and there's not that much lockdown here from AlbumSheet, whereas Lions are mostly in control of the initiation power in this game and in the lockdown power. So they're looking pretty good just with their 2 openers right here. So going for some core hero for Era that has a lot of mobility, i.e. Morphling, maybe even a Weaver, maybe even going for an Ember Spirit for not Era, it will be fine, but you know, going for an Earthshaker is also a pretty solid way to go. Can't really go wrong with an Earthshaker Skywrath Mage combo. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Long range initiation. You get a hell of a lot of magic damage early on. And again, even more stuns. Pretty much Lions have a monopoly on the stuns in this game. Ogre Magi has a few, but I don't see his multicasting that's going to do enough. Dazzle and Viper completely without that. So AlbumSheet, where do they want to go from this? I mean, they don't really see that much from Lions, honestly. I think Lions are going to be picking up a Medusa here, or they're going to try to pick up a Medusa here. That's just a feeling I have right now. Not sure if that's actually going to happen. Maybe AlbumSheet are going to pick that one up for themselves. Maybe they're going to ban it. Either way, AlbumSheet, they only have 10 seconds and is going to be Batrider, so there we go. Spot on as far as that is concerned. So the Vengeful Spirit ban now actually going to help the AlbumSheet team as they have a Batrider who is going to go up against the Shaker. It's a kind of a counter for the Bat, although there are definitely harder counters out there. The Batrider is going to give AlbumSheet right back into the initiation game. Centaur Blink, Earthshaker Blink, well, it's not as good as Batrider Blink. I think Batrider Initiation is probably just like top tier in the game. And right now, well, for AlbumSheet, I mean, Batrider, Viper, Ogre Magi, I like where that lineup is going. I still don't really see where the Dazzle fits in. I mean, yeah, protecting yourself against getting 100 to 0'd is certainly very nice. Grave is always going to be a very nice spell, but I do think it's going to be something weird for AlbumSheet still. I mean, they have initiation power, they have lockdown, they have a lot of early game presence. Now that all they need is someone to combo with this Dazzle in a decent way. And Lions, they're going to go for a Slark. So I'm inclined to think this is going to be a mid lane Slark, but versus Viper, probably not the best idea. AlbumSheet, they need another hero, and I think it should be a tri-lane hero. At this point, sending Viper to the mid lane, putting Batrider up against Centaur is probably AlbumSheet's best bet. You know, on paper, of course. They're going to take care and ban out the Puck. It seems like they're expecting this to be an Era Slark. It doesn't really seem like an Era type hero. The most active I've seen Era play recently is a Phantom Assassin that was mostly just killing people who came into her lane, not really going after heroes in other lanes, so take that for what it may mean. But Puck is going to be banned out one way or another. And Lions, I mean, they're going to take care and ban out a Dragon Knight. Certainly a hard hero to crack for sure, but I think they have enough damage to do it, especially enough magic damage to do it. But, I mean, with AlbumSheet's lineup, what could you really ban out and be safe doing? It's hard to ban out against AlbumSheet's lineup. Maybe we're going to be seeing something like an Invoker for AlbumSheet, but I don't know. someone like an Ember Spirit probably is not going to be the best just because the enemy team has so many nice tools against you.
10 seconds.
Huskar? Is it Huskar time? What time? I think it's Huskar o'clock, guys. Yeah, it looks like Huskar o'clock. Come on, one time, Album Sheet. Just one time. Huskar honestly is going to be terrible here. Oh ho ho, Fishman. The big fish. You know what? It's no Huskar, but I'll take it. Man, Slardar. Okay, so now the Dazzle pick makes a lot more sense. You have the armor swing, which for Slardar is huge. Obviously, getting plus armor on the hero when he's diving in with sprint is going to be very nice. You get the minus armor on the enemies with the amplified damage, very nice as well. And Album Sheet actually have quite a bit of physical with the Viper damage, so this Slardar has a possibility of working out. Will it actually, though? Because that's the question we have to ask. He is most likely going to go to the safe lane with Dazzle and Ogre Magi. Lions, their last pick is going to be the Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain, Slark, Centaur are going to be their cores. And I think Lions have a powerful enough offensive tri-lane to try to go for it. But this Slardar needs a blink. Because really when you pick up a Slardar, the game plan is to stick on your opponents, chase, chase, chase until they're dead. And you know what? It's kind of hard to do that when you're working up against a Slark with Pounce, a Queen of Pain with Blink, Earthshaker, Centaur stuns. Aloha Dance is going to need a Blink Dagger, he's going to need a BKB, or he's just going to need really nice initiation from his allies. But either way, guys, a Slardar has been picked, and you know, it's kind of weird how in the beginning of the game when you click on the portraits, it kind of just like doesn't align itself properly. Anyone else notice this? Like, this isn't right at all. Like, I'm not touching the keyboard. There we go. It fixed itself. It's just in the first couple seconds. I don't know why that does that. But anyway, we are in game number 2, guys, and on the Album Sheet side, we have Afterlife currently heading south as the Batrider just to place a ward. This is going to be a ward spotted by the Shaker, or it should be. Oh, do they have any sentries? Well, he definitely thinks that there is a ward there. I think he's going to be wrong, though, because Afterlife... Hold on, guys. We have to keep tabs on this Batrider. Solon has a fissure opportunity, but up against Batrider, he's going to force Firefly out. Afterlife has no chance. Oh, don't go that way. No, 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 no. Go north. Run. Run, Afterlife. Run. There we go. He's home free. It's fine, guys. Nobody panic. He's alive. Alright, so we got Afterlife playing the Batrider. Chomi is going to be on the mid lane Viper. Up towards top, we got No Fear on the Ogre Magi support. He's going to be supporting the Slardar Aloha Dance, who picked up Sprint level 1. I don't know why you picked Sprint level 1, because Slithering Crush seems pretty good. But hey, he could chase now, I guess, if he really needs to. Sunlight is going to be playing the Dazzle. On the Lion side, we have Solon playing the Earthshaker. Quix is going to be on the Queen of Pain with Bland on the Skywrath Mage. That leaves Jonas and Fan on the Centaur War Runner and Ira on the Slark. So it is going to be a defensive lane for this Slark, as they're just going to send the Centaur up towards top. That's probably the best case scenario for Album Sheet, honestly. Like, Slardar versus Centaur just by themselves is not the worst matchup for Slardar, because you will have bash value there. You know, if you get into a fist fight, you could rely on bash, getting you a little bit of edge in those fights. But with the additional supports, I don't see this Slardar losing this lane by any stretch. He's going to have almost complete free farm. And really, that's where Slardar gets very dangerous. Jonas the Man is not going to be able to do anything against this lane. Mid lane, though, Chomi already getting into a fist fight with Quix and losing that one pretty handily. And eventually, the Viper will pick up more points in Corrosive, and up against the Queen of Pain, he will be just fine. But for the early stages, Queen of Pain is kind of expected to have a lead in this lane, with Shadow Strike harassment kind of trumping Poison Attack harassment, at least until more Corrosive Skin is picked up. So Chomi's got to watch out. But I don't think he should die here. At least not yet. Afterlife on the bottom lane has boots first, so he will keep himself very, very safe in this lane until Ira gets his boots. The Skywrath Mage should be almost completely fine. Shaker with Fissure is always a threat initiating from long range, but you know, Batrider should get his levels occasionally, whereas Jonas and Fan, he realizes that there is absolutely jack shit that he could do up on the top lane. He's going to go jungle. Now, Centaur jungle is not actually a thing. It's a desperation move. And I think in this case it's worth it because, hell, even up against Slardar, he would not be having a good time. Up against 3 heroes, he's having an even worse time. So at least Jonas the Fan is going to get something. That something being a couple of mud columns here and there. But he really is not going to have a great time. Whereas Batrider, he's going into the jungle as well. But hey, Batrider jungle is actually a thing, guys. Like, you could do this pretty well. He doesn't have Napalm just yet, so he's going to have to clear one more stack with regular Firefly before he does that. But He also realizes that it's a little bit too dangerous on this bottom lane. I think he could have gotten a little bit out of it, but it would have put him at an unnecessary danger pretty much every single time he showed his face. Up against a Shaker with this Slark pounce to follow up, your Firefly doesn't really do jack. So Afterlife is also going to be playing it safe, and well, we have each off lane that's going to remain hero-less for either side. That means that Slark is going to get 100% uninterrupted free farm. That means the Slardar is also going to get that same uninterrupted free farm. And honestly, I don't know who is benefited in this type of scenario. I mean, Slark with extra gold is fantastic. He gets a Blink Dagger. He'd be very active around the map. We've seen that time and time again because Slark is, I mean, not the most common pickup, but certainly a viable pick. Slardar, though, his game plan is actually pretty much the same. Like, you pick up Power Treads, maybe, or you just straight rush the Blink. He's holding on to 1,000 Gs, and he doesn't have boots yet. I am inclined to think that this is going to be a straight Blink Slardar. And, I mean, it is a very powerful combo. I don't know, honestly, guys, if it's better or worse than a Blink first Slark. I mean, I haven't seen enough Slardar games to know. The sample size is just way too small. So I apologize there. It is incredibly powerful, for sure. I mean, both Blink, having Blink on both heroes is good. I don't know, I just don't know which one's better. But does it matter which one's better? I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on how they actually use it. Bottom line, Slardar is going to have a very fast Blink, as it seems like he's not going to get anything beforehand. I mean, if you have a 1v0 lane, yeah, you could probably get away with any item build you want. Divine Rapier Rush Slardar incoming, guys. Confirmed. But anyway, we have Afterlife and Centaur both getting really messed up in their respective jungles. Centaur really wants to get his Tranquils up, but he can't do it just yet. You have to settle for another stack of Tangos. You really don't want to be buying any more Tangos after you load out, unless there's Nature's Prophet on the field, but less than ideal situations for him leads to less than ideal solutions. And still we have a little bit of a farm fest. Take a look at how mid lane's going. Chomi with the bottle is 13 for 5 versus the Queen of Pain, who is 15 for 5. They're relatively even there, kind of to be expected. And Viper's actually going for a very aggressive build. This is actually extremely surprising for a multitude of reasons. First of all, against Queen of Pain, getting Corrosive Skin to protect yourself is going to be fantastic. Second of all, I don't think he's going to be looking to be aggressive in this lane versus Queen of Pain because you can't really get kills on this hero as Viper. Third of all, you know that the bottom lane of your own team is being handled by no heroes. That means that the supports from Lions are more likely to be rotating. And that means you're in more trouble, you're going to be in a lot of trouble a lot more often. All of this, and yet Chomi still goes for aggressive build. I think this might be a mistake, but who knows. Jonas Fan in the bottom lane is going to get a hoof stomp onto Loa Dance. No, he won't. It's actually going to the Fissure to bail him out first. Solon value right there. He will protect his Centaur. I think that might have been a kill on him, but the Centaur is going to try to rough it on this top lane. We are going to see, just off of that first attempt, how well that's going to work out. No, it's actually been a Midas for Loa Dance. I actually like this a lot more from the Slardar. I mean, this is going to be a 5-minute Midas. Pretty much the exact same thing that we saw last game as the Juggernaut. Yeah, it was about the same timing. Similar hero. Oh no, Batrider. Oh damn. Oh guys, Batrider is not supposed to die there. Slark should not be getting kills on Batrider. I was not even considering looking down in this bottom lane. But first blood, I'm a failure. I should commit Sudoku. Slark is going to find first blood on the Batrider somehow. I thought Batrider was just still stacking. Why would you go back to the bottom lane? I don't understand why Afterlife was there. I don't understand how the Slark managed to actually kill him. I just don't understand. But I do understand this one. A Slardar Crush, and then the damage onto the Centaur. Not even enough time to get a stomp off. Oh man, amplified damage up on the Slardar, and he is going to be doing so much damage with that. Now that's a kill. That's a little more understandable. I still don't know why the Centaur was all the way up here. Probably not the best place to be. But it just goes to show that Jonas Fan really can't go into this lane. It is way too freaking dangerous. By the way, Aloha Dance with the Hand of Midas. He's not going to be working for Drums, I don't think. The Juggernaut build was Drums Aghanims. Probably not going to be the build for Slardar. I would like to see Power Treads and Blink Dagger. Maybe not in that order, but eventually being picked up by the Slardar. And the Slark on the bottom lane. He has not gone for the Hand of Midas. He's actually going to go for Power Treads. So Lions are going to play this one a little bit more aggressively, potentially. If you look at their lineup, it makes sense. But Slark with the Power Treads, I guess it helped him kill off the Batrider, but aside from that, not really doing too much for him right now. He could have his Blink Dagger, which means that he could be making rotations out. And really, they're not applying any pressure to the Slardar, who I think is the most devastating late game hero on the map. I don't know. Again, Slardar, his power level, the sample size is really too small. We've all been rocked by Slardars in our respective pub games, but I don't know in this type of environment how he behaves, or how he actually performs. He will be able to do quite a bit of damage if you give him enough farm, and he's getting quite a bit of it. 49 CS on the top of the last hit chart, should be near the top of the net worth, if not completely on top, and he is. So Slardar is doing just fine for himself. He will have to worry about the Earthshaker Fissure and fighting up against Jonas and Fan. This is obviously a level 8 Slardar versus level 4 Centaur, so Aloha Dance is going to feel more than comfortable doing so. And he just, absolutely demolished the Centaur, who is still not having a good time. So now with the power treads, they need Lions 2 heroes at the very least at all times up on this top lane, or 0. I mean, it's either you take 2 to keep so that those 2 can keep each other safe, or you take 0 so that you don't even bother. Slark is going to slow down for Hand of Midas though, so Lions are going to get into the groove of late game. It looks like this is going to be a Hand of Midas game. Can Quicks or Chomi go for a Hand of Midas as well? Looks like Queen of Pain is going to get herself some power treads. Looks like it's going to be about it for Hand of Midases. I mean, if each team gets one, you could probably get away with someone else going for one as well. I don't really know who it's going to be. Maybe AlbumSheet just want to get a Blink Dagger and say, okay, you got a Hand of Midas in your Slark, fantastic. We're going to punish you now because we have a blinking Bat Rider. It is certainly a possibility, as Afterlife, he's going to clear up most of the stacks. Has to deal with one Mud Golem camp, which kind of sucks, but he's getting his levels up. He's level 6, and he's very close to his Blink. Whereas the Slark is now very far away. Slaughter with the power treads on himself has better itemization order, or I guess better sequencing in the items, because he got Hand of Midas into power treads. Obviously, that means the Hand of Midas has been working for longer for him, so Slardar is going to be pulling further and further ahead, assuming even situations, which so far, with no one on each respective tri-lane, the situations are remarkably even. Taking a quick look at the supports, we have Solon sitting at level 3, mostly babysitting the top lane, although I don't really think he's getting that much. He does have himself Arc Boots, which is actually a lot more than I really would expect from an Earthshaker at this stage in the game. Blan, he's just trying to get to his level 6 as quickly as possible. No Fear, he's level 3, hasn't really been doing too much. Honestly, there's not much that you could really do. And Dazzle's only level 4. I would like to see AlbumSheet supports just purely stacking, because you're not going to be getting anything done elsewhere, so you might as well be doing something for your team. And stacking is the only way you could really be helpful as an Ogre in this particular game when everyone's playing so passively. Until Afterlife gets his Blink Dagger, now it's about game time for the Ogre. Level 2 Ignite, level 1 Fire Blast, definitely not the most devastating support hero of all time. But still, with a Bat Rider initiation, anything can happen. The world is his oyster. And the Blink Dagger from Slardar should be coming up relatively soon as well. Ira should be rushing his, and we're going to see mirrored items all across the board. But this is a large leap of power for AlbumSheet that is so far not replicated by Lions. Like, they don't have anywhere close to a Blink Dagger on Centaur. I think he just wants to get his Tranquils, and that's about it. If Bat Rider's first smoke Blink Dagger gank is successful, that could really set the pace for the rest of the game, as Afterlife will be looking to use that Blink every single time his lasso is up and get kills. Going out to the bot lane, probably not the best. So going for the mid lane is probably the most feasible way of approaching this for Afterlife. But we'll see, as bottom lane is pushing pretty aggressively. Ira, with the level 4 Pact, is going to be trying to clear out creep waves as fast as possible, just trying to get that much more farm as quickly as he can. But Afterlife now, he is going to start dewarding. Oh, wow! Oh, guys! That is a baller move. I was like, where is his Blink Dagger? He dropped it before he dewarded. That is smooth. Oh man, I have never seen anyone do that before, but I love it. I mean, they obviously knew the ward was there, and now they're going to instantly smoke up. Oh man, if this doesn't work from AlbumSheet, it doesn't matter, because they have already won my heart. Bat Rider into the air now, and Quicks, how quick is he with his Blink Dagger? Not quick enough. They're going to Fire Blast him and Viper Strike him. I think Quicks is going to be going down here, and he will. Oh man, that was just finger licking good from AlbumSheet. What a next level play. I mean, it wasn't that amazing. Like, let's be honest, it wasn't anything spectacular. It was no Roche bait or anything like that. You know, that play from whatever tournament that was. EG Alliance or... No, I don't even remember. You know what I'm talking about, but still, you don't see that every day. You definitely do not see that every day, and we saw how effective it was. Queen of Pain, completely caught with her pants down, is going to be absolutely demolished by this Bat Rider. What a nice set of plays by Afterlife. And Chomi not only fends off the Slark on the bottom lane, but also gets the tower denied. Man, nothing but wins right now for AlbumSheet. They have a Slardar with 2,300 gold. Is he going to grab his Blink Dagger right now? Because Slark has enough for his Blink as well. Or, yeah, at least he will soon. and it will be a blink TP for him. This is going to try to be, once again, a surprise from AlbumSheet. And, well, there's no one here, so I don't think the surprise is going to work out. But if anyone, Jonas a fan, don't go up there. Don't know. Bad Centaur. Is he revealed? I think they saw him. And Sunlight's going to try to farm the lane. I think it's not too clear that the Slardar has his blink. Although Lajons should expect it right now since Slark has pretty much his blink. If anyone shows their face, this could be dangerous. Granted, the Shaker is right behind them. The Batrider is also in the area, and he does have a lasso. So Afterlife is going to jump in for the lasso. Aloha Dance is going to jump in as well. And then they're both going to hit with the Visor, but they'll kill out the Centaur anyway. Or come very close and then have him stampede out. But they're going to actually stampede in. Sunlight gets caught on the wrong side, but he will get blown up immediately. Now Quicks, he's going to get hit with the lasso, drag him right back into Aloha Dance. The damage is going to be enough. He doesn't have a blink out, so it's definitely going to be enough. That's a 1-for-1 trade that AlbumSheet are more than happy to make. Now here comes Chomi with a haste rune. He's going to land the Viper Strike onto Jonas Fan. Stomp is not going to land in time. Centaur is going to get Fissure bailed out for a little while longer, but only a little. Now Solin's going to get chased down. Amplify damage with Viper damage. Hell yeah, that's going to be a lot of pain. And AlbumSheet clean house up on top lane. Whereas bottom lane for Lions, they get absolutely nothing done in exchange. Blink Dagger surprises everywhere from AlbumSheet. And now they're going to take a tier 1 tower. Man, this is looking so great for AlbumSheet. First of all, even if they didn't get those follow-up kills, just killing off the Queen of Pain would have been nice. But they're actually going to run to Ira. He's going to blink forward, look for a pounce onto Aloha Dance, who will land the crush, but he's going to get Fissure, and he will be brought down. Now Ira wants a little bit more. Has another pounce cooling down, and a blink dagger cooling down as well, but there is sunlight available, and Ira, he's going to hit with the poison touch. He's going to pack that out immediately. Jonas Fan coming in as well, but he doesn't have a blink dagger, so he has to back off. That's just going to be a single pickoff on the single Slardar, but it might be replicated on a pickoff bottom lane as Bland is in so much trouble right now. Blink forward, just going to lay some tar, and then Bland, he has a Mystic Flare. I think he's going to want to drop it out of desperation, or he's just going to get roasted. How do you like your Skywrath Mage? Because that one is well done. 6-3 in AlbumSheet, not making the best trade with the Slardar, but for sure getting surprised by the fact that there is, in fact, a Blink Dagger on the Slark, and they have to respect that fact. Regardless, they're still looking pretty good in this game. There's almost a mech complete on the Viper. Not the fastest mech by any means, but going up against the Queen of Pain, picking up Power Treads first means that the mech is going to be slightly delayed. And Aloha Dance wants in. Blink forward for a crush. Will miss. Didn't really use that much for it, though, as actually Slark is going to jump right in. Chomi is going to dodge the Mystic Flare. Is he going to live for long enough? However, he's going to start bottling, and now the damage is going to be enough, as Quicks does fully commit to this. He will get that kill in the meantime. Top lane, Sunlight's going to be initiated upon by the Centaur. He will not be able to grave himself. Needs one more hit. No, he can't get it. Now the heal on Sunlight's going to try to turn things around to Jonas Fan, but Solon is chasing this Dazzle down. Echo Slam to get the kill. Where are AlbumSheet's heroes? Afterlife and No Fear are both randomly in the jungle, and it's just a free 2 kills for Lions. That shouldn't have happened. Now Ira's looking to look for more blood. Has a Blink Dagger pounce, but is actually going to be initiation onto Quicks to start things off with a Fire Blast, Blink, Crush, and that's going to be the death of the Queen of Pain. Suddenly Ira doesn't want to go in anymore. And that's going to be AlbumSheet getting at least something out of this. But their heroes just all in the wrong place at the wrong time. We see how much better this Slark is performing just by himself versus this Slardar. I mean, Slardar is capable of doing some pretty serious damage, but he really needs a little bit of help, and Slark doesn't really need that help just because he has Shadow Dance to keep himself safe every single time he goes in. So, verdict, I would say, slightly in favor of Slark. Although the Slardar is certainly doing enough for his team, and going for Roshan, that's also on the table. They don't have Weave just yet. Dazzle hit level 6, but you don't really go for level 6 Weave. Aloha Dance has level 2 Amplify damage, though, and that is going to be more than enough to destroy Roshan. And Lions, they can't get any towers or anything off of this. They're getting a little bit more farm on the Centaur, who is getting closer and closer to his Blink Dagger, but as I said in the draft, if you have a Centaur that gets his Blink Dagger 15-20 minutes into the game, not really going to be super relevant. It's actually mean the Batrider to get jumped solo by Queen of Pain with the Sonic Wave. My bad for missing that one, guys, but Roshan is dropping mighty quick. They will lose the Aegis. Now Ira, looking to be pretty tasty, will get Blink crushed. The damage is not going to be there because the Fissure is going to blow up, but it doesn't hit onto Chomi. That's going to mean that Slark gets dropped. Now Solon chased down. Slardar, go to the south. There you go. Solon's going to try to hide, but I don't think this is really going to work. He's going to get crushed and Midas for good measure. Solon's dead. That's going to be a 2-for-0 plus a Roshan, plus I think a tower as well. Centaur in the meantime still farming for his Blink, but he doesn't have that one yet, so all the gold in the world is not going to help you. Bland is in quite a bit of trouble, has no TP, and Aloha Dance wants in. He doesn't have a crush, but doesn't even need a crush. No, he doesn't. He's going to eat the entirety of a Mystic Flare just because he can. Sure, it's an easy double kill for Aloha Dance. And now a late Midas from the Batrider of all people. I don't know if this is the right decision. But hey, Midas is Midas, and the gold's gotta flow, guys. So 6 of 10 Album Sheet, taking a nice series of wins there. First Roshan, then getting the Slark kill straight after. Maybe even better than the Roshan kill, I don't know. Definitely up there as far as quality of kills. But they're going to go for this tower. And with Lions having no ultimates available for this one, with the exception of Stampede, they're probably not going to go for it. They really want Jonas and Fan to get his Blink Dagger. Once that happens, the door opens right back up for Lions to get a little bit of something in this game. But until that happens, they're forced to sit back and farm unless they go for Chomi. They have a Blink forward. Pounce Era's going to land that one onto Chomi. He's going to straight TP out of her. No Mystic Flare because Bland used it previously, and Viper will survive. Tower destroyed on the bottom lane as Lions try to make a push happen up on top. This tower, well, not exactly healthy to begin with, is very quickly going to die. Fortification is there, but it's a free one. You might as well use it. Afterlife is going to look to initiate perhaps, but he needs teleportation from 2 people at the very least if he wants to do this. He's going to look to solo kill someone. Jonas Fan is pretty weak, but Solan's here, so Batrider, you can't do anything. No fear in Aloha Dance. They're just going to continue rampaging around the enemy jungle. There's another 2,000 gold onto the Slaughter after the Vanguard. Honestly, I don't really know what you go for as Slaughter here. I don't think you go Crimson. That doesn't seem right. I think you go for an Armlet here. Although, any sort of item is going to be good because it will be an expensive one. 2,000 gold expensive, so that's pretty good. They're going to very safely take this mid tier 2 with Slardar being the ninja fish that he is, plus Observer Wards. Well, I mean, if anyone comes here, they will certainly die. That's almost a promise. But the tower is going to drop, and Lions, they're going to try to split push top lane. This tower in the mid tier 1 is going to die first of all, though. And maybe AlbumSheet are going to look for even a little bit more. They're not pushing that quickly. Granted, neither are Lions, so we have a case where each team is going to be trading their towers away. Maybe AlbumSheet are going to jump up to the top lane and defend theirs. Afterlife does have a smoke, and he's going to smoke up with the Loho Dance, instantly sprinting up now. This is spotted out by Lions. I think that's Teal Solon drawing that arrow out, and now Loho Dance. His smoke is popped. Crush onto Bland. 1, 2. Needs 2 more hits, but he can't get onto Bland. But here comes Chomi with another haste rune. How does Viper keep finding these? Bland is so screwed right now. Loho Dance can take a lot of damage before he drops them, but he will get that kill. Now Afterlife still chasing forward. Era, teleport out. Lasso a little bit too slow. Oh, if he flame broke instead, that would have been maybe a higher chance for a kill, but it's still Stampede forced out. AlbumSheet still have the Aegis, and they're going to take a tier 1 tower with it. I think they can keep going. They have a mech. They have still the lasso. You might as well keep going since you still have the Aegis. Lions might take a tier 1 mid. Who cares? It's a tier 1 mid. You could probably go for a tier 2 if you really want to as AlbumSheet. But it looks like... Oh, yeah, they're going to go for it. Ogre is going to back up and get an item or something. Just TP scroll. But Lions are just going to go for this push. Again, their pushing is not that high. They have level 2 Nether Toxin, which is, I suppose, very nice. Really, they are looking to make a tower, a fight happen right now. But Lions, they're just going to keep poking and prodding, trying to delay. When in the meantime, bottom lane's being pushed by Slark, mid lane's being pushed by both Quap and Centaur. And this fight should not be happening, honestly, for Lions. If Batrider had a 4-staff, maybe. He's going to try to jump in for Bland, but that's certainly not going to happen. He's going to get silenced and brought down very low. In fact, the Fissure is going to clip him right within range of the Mystic Flare. That's going to be a free kill on the Batrider. It will be a tier 2 for tier 2 tower trade, but Lions get that extra kill in the Batrider in exchange, although they teleport back. Everyone is going to be on the defensive for now. AlbumSheet, they're going to take this tower. Oh my god, Bland going to get the tower deny as well. That's just insult to injury for AlbumSheet right there. Are they going to make any defense on the bottom lane? Because here comes No Fear. Jonas Fan going to blink forward for a stomp, and here comes everyone. No Fear. Did not see that one coming. Honestly, I don't even know how Lions saw that. They didn't have any wards, but they got him. Yeah, I don't know how they saw him, but that's fine. How does he saw me? Aloha Dance. Gonna blink forward for a nice 2-man crush. He wants to go for quicks. 1, 2, 3 hits. No, it's not gonna quite be enough. Poison Touch might kill off this Queen of Pain. It will not. Batrider will do it, but Aloha Dance wants a little bit more. He's gonna look for Era, but killing off a Slaughter with a blink and a pounce is not gonna happen as Afterlife, well, he's on the hunt. He's not gonna find anything either. Man, this game is just an absolute mess of a bloodbath, and I love it. A BKB for Slardar. Okay, that makes sense. Going up against an Earthshaker, Centaur, and a Scarith Mage, and a Queen of Pain. You gotta go for the BKB. So, yeah. It's a boring item. The boring King Bar. But it's a necessity in this game. So, a well-warranted item for AlbumSheet, and that's a nice jump in power for the Slardar. They still have their lasso just because they haven't been able to use it. And they're gonna look for even more pushing. I would love to see an Assault Cuirass on AlbumSheet at some point in this game so that they could get some pushing on the board. But they're still holding the kill score advantage. They still have a nice net worth lead. Experience should look pretty similar, although a little bit less so. It's still fine for them. Top lane, no fear. Is he just dead? Yeah, he's just dead. Rip in peace, no fear. But at the same time, jDL4, he might just be dead as well. Really, Queen of Pain? Really? Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess press 1 if you think Centaur is going to live. Press 2 if you think he's going to die. I think there's like an 80, 95% chance that he is going to die. I don't see him getting out of this one, guys. I gotta be honest, because Lasso is already mid-cast. Crush is gonna wear off soon, but then he's straight into the Lasso, and he's at minus 11 armor. So, jDL4 is going down. Yeah, good time to do that too, I suppose. jDL4 could buy out. He's going for a hood, though. I guess he could buy a cloak and a TP. Or you buy TP and something else or something. But yeah, this Centaur is just so dead. Even if like 4 TPs come in right here, they're going to get this kill. And then they probably should bail out. AlbumSheet don't really have anyone else nearby. Viper is over towards the mid area for some reason. Don't really know why that's going on. But at any rate, they get a kill on the Centaur. Now a Manta style is being built by Slark, actually. You know, I don't actually mind that item in this game. Usually there aren't too many huge things to buff out. But against AlbumSheet right now, there's a ton of things. Like Poison Touch, I'm pretty sure you get rid of that. You definitely get rid of Amplified Damage. The Batrider Tar, you get rid of that. Good stuff to split out of as Slark. It's not really the most direct item. Like generally it's going to be Sanjin Yasha or a Basher. Something along those lines. A straight Eye of Scotty maybe. But going for Mana Style as a pseudo-defensive item is going to be a pretty nice pickup for Era. So I like this item build from him. Let's take a look at all the items in fact. We have a Queen of Pain with a Yule Scepter. This is not the most common item to pick up for a Queen of Pain. Generally, it's going to be an Orchid or something like that in order to make sure you get those kills on the targets, but this is mostly a setup item. It's going to be setting up for Solon who has a Blink Dagger, so I guess that's kind of nice, but I don't know. I feel like this item is just not really in line with what Queen of Pain wants to do. Like, you see Yule Scepter first on Jakiro because he sets up for himself. You get a Yule Scepter, you set up an Ice Path, and then that is most likely going to be a kill. Just because you will be able to land all of your own skills. Queen of Pain doesn't really need that because she has Blink. And all of her skills are not Ice Path. Like, you don't really need to do that. So I don't really know how much I like this item from Quicks. It might save him from time to time. It also does purge off Amplify Damage, which I suppose is very nice. But, yeah, I don't know if that's worth it. Solon, as I said, has a Blink Dagger, so a Blink Echo Slam now on the table. And we'll see how dangerous that could actually be. Whereas Era, well, he's going for the Manta Style as previously stated. Centaur is going to be going for a pipe, it looks like, for his team. Is that really going to be a pipe? There's really no good reason to go pipe, I don't think. I mean, Batrider, and that's it, and Viper Magic. Honestly, this is not really the best way to go. Is there some other item that has Ring of Health and Ring of Regen that I'm just completely forgetting about? Because that's possible. He's going for Vanguard and Vlad's. You know, actually, I would like that a lot more than Pipe right now, or a Hood. Just because Vlad's gives you armor, and AlbumSheet are going to abuse your armor. And Vanguard is, well, I guess Crimson Guard is good sometimes. I don't know. But either way, on AlbumSheet, what do we have on AlbumSheet? We got a dead Ogre who has Jack All. 027 is a hard life for the Ogre. Sunlight also has nothing. Chomi has his mech. BKB in the works. And Afterlife's actually going to go for a BKB instead of a Force Staff. I mean, BKBs against Lion's team is going to be pretty necessary for sure. But is it better than Force Staff? It's certainly a useful item to have. Like, I'm not going to say it's a bad item to go for. But Force Staff Batrider, that like is what makes your combo. I suppose the theory is you get a BKB on your Batrider, you get a BKB on your Slardar, and then technically you don't need to drag the enemy back into your base, into your side of the map, or into your team. You don't need to drag the enemy into your team because your team is going to be going into the enemy. So like you just initiate in with just a blink stun. It loses a little bit of value for the lasso, but still it's something. jDL4, you're dead. Yeah, I don't really think he had any chance there, but it was still... He still got enough time to buy a cloak, guys. Cloak value. But even if he has cloak next time, even if he has a pipe next time, that's just not going to save him versus this Slardar. It's just not going to work like that. So, rip in peace, Centaur. And now Album Sheet with Chomi once again with the haste rune. What is it with this guy and haste runes? He's just finding every single one. They're going to tear down this tower. We've giving them plus 24 armor, 25 casually. Pretty easy. That's going to be a tower destruction as they do try to make a defense up on top. Ira is going to be baiting Chomi perhaps, although haste rune, it is going to make the pounce miss. Now Ira into the Shadow Dance form. Solon going to throw a Fissure, which will not hit onto anyone. Sunlight will dodge that one just because of delayed TPs. And Ira's going to walk away from that more or less unharmed, but the tower is still going to survive unless Solon wants back in. Echo Slam opportunity right there for 2 heroes and 2 creeps. Not quite good enough for him, though. He's going to hold off for just a little while longer as Quicks, in the meantime, almost going to get destroyed by the Ogre Magi Fire Blast, but he will blink out from under Aloha Dance and be fine as tower top lane does get denied. That's the second tower deny, I believe, from Album Sheet. Just less and less gold going into the pockets of Lions, and that's the third deny, I believe. Now the Slardar taking one. Man, it's just Lions getting nothing, and now Slardar straight sprinting down to the bottom lane. They are going to be spotted out by this. Afterlife needs to... You need to get to that right-clicking. There you go. Oh, no, there we go. We're good. In the meantime, this is happening. Sunlight's almost dead, but here comes Viper from the sideline. Going to catch Solon with a little bit of poison damage. He will be able to escape. Ira going to jump into the trees. He has a Blink Dagger, although he is poisoned, so he can't get it off. He will survive as well. It's going to be, in the meantime, Quicks to take most of the heat. He's going to get thrown up into the air, but Slardar will kill him anyway. How did Slardar do that? He was Cyclone. I don't know what happened. No, No Fear, what are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, he's still alive. I can't believe he survived that. But he's dead anyway now. And now Aloha Dance, as well as Afterlife, they're going to make a beeline straight for these heroes. I don't think they're going to find anyone, though. That's like the second time in a row Ogre Magi died in that exact same place. But either way, yeah, I don't know how the Queen of Pain died there. It must have been creeps because Slardar was in the air, and Slardar doesn't have any dots, so... Yeah, I don't know. Hood is great on scent, man. Yeah, and sometimes it is. Not in this game. What are you going to block? Viper damage? A multicast of a level 9 Ogre? It's not worth it. You need Vlads for your team armor. Alright, but anyway. We're at 10-14 now, and we have a Stampede down on bottom where Afterlife's playing games. Jonas Van catches him in the net before the Stomp can land. This Centaur has not been able to land a Stomp to save his frickin' life. Hey, there's a Stomp! And it might save his frickin' life. No, I mean, I was trying to give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt there, but it wasn't going to happen. We do see an invisible Ira, however, stalking Aloha Dance. He's probably going to go for No Fear and annihilate him. Like, let's be honest, that's kind of been what Ira has been wanting to do for the entire game. Kill off Ogre Magi to not stop, but, oh, random sentries from No Fear. Well, sentries on sentries and No Fear. He's going to see Ira coming. Ira, don't... Okay, we're good, guys. Don't panic. We're fine. Everyone from AlbumSheet hug the sentry because we know that Slark is invisible now. But Roshan is up, and Aloha Dance with level 3 now in that ultimate is going to make quick work out of Roche. Still, Aloha Dance doesn't really have any aggressive items. He's holding on to a hell of a lot of gold. 3,600. I assume you go for a Assault Cuirass here as Slardar, or a Hyperstone. Something along those lines. But really any damage item I would like to see from Slardar. You could complete your Crimson at this point. I think that's probably a good pickup, as Afterlife in the meantime is going to get initiated upon by Solon. He's going to try to blink out. He will make it. Solon used an Echo Slam for that as well. It's a pretty steep investment for a kill that he didn't even get. And Batrad is going to be pretty happy about that survival right now. Solon actually still sticking around. It's going to be Bland. Oh, almost dying to Aloha Dance. But now Solon's just like, got to leave, like right now. First hit bash? No. No blink. Well, that's fine. Kills happening all up around the map, and well, top lane's pushing in, so AlbumSheet has got to deal with that. What is the Slardar going to get? You don't hold 4,000 gold unless you're planning on something big straight up. The BKB now on Viper, and all the BKBs are up on AlbumSheet. The only thing I could possibly see them waiting for, in addition to all of these BKBs, which are like all 10 seconds. Yeah, they haven't been used a single time. You got to go for a 4-staff on Afterlife, and that's about it. Obviously, Slardar 6 slot is very dangerous. He does jump straight forward for Jonas Fan, but now he's going to be, oh, BKB. There's no Stomp to save his life. That's a 10-second BKB just to secure the kill on Centaur, which I honestly don't even think was necessary. Yeah, I would have done it too, just because you see the hoof Stomp waiting for you, but the Hoofstomp would have missed anyway. So Lajons down his first BKB charge. Kind of unfortunate to use it in such circumstances, but it could be a lot worse. Regardless, Centaur once again cannot land a stomp to save his life. And Lajons, he's feeling so confident with the Aegis, he's going to go look for more. There's a TP down the bottom lane. They're going to try to go for this push, but Slardar is going to run intercept. He can't really catch anyone, though. Doesn't have sprint, although he really wants to. Quicks is going to be fine. Ira is going to be fine as well. Straight TPs out from Lions, and Lajons won't find anyone. Yeah, the rest of the team smoked up behind them, but they have a lasso. They should be looking for some blood right now. Although that's blood they just can't find. They're finding kills occasionally here and there, mostly just Lajons finding solo pickoffs. Still, this is a Slardar with no offensive capabilities, or no offensive item build. Whereas Slark now has an Eye of Scotty plus a Yasha. I would like to see the match style in this game, but no, Eye of Scotty is not necessarily a bad item. It's in fact very good. Lajons going to catch the Invis rune and then crush within the fade duration. Pretty nice for him. Regardless, he's going to be stalking the rest of Lions. And Lions, they have to stick together or they will die. There is a gem on the Slark, though. That is a thing, so Slardar has got to be a little bit careful. He does not have any backup. The rest of his team is going down mid lane, trying to take a tower, and Chomi is a DD now. This is going to be a pretty quick tower push, although Lions are going to look to breach the base. I don't really think this is possible. It will at the very least force AlbumSheet back, so that they don't go for a base push of their own. But Fortification, actually not up for the Dire, so yeah, Chomi's going to take this one out, and I don't think AlbumSheet, they're pushing as fast enough to outrace the enemies who are already working on the tier 3s, so defense has to come right now. And if Lions take this, this could very well be Rax's, but I don't really know if this is possible for them to convincingly take. Actually, it's just No Fear and Sunlight. Wow, this is a huge bluff from AlbumSheet. Like, they have no intention of defending at all. They're trying to force someone from Lions back as Chomi staying out of sight. Afterlife. Man, AlbumSheet are just playing all the mind games. Now Quicks is in so much trouble. Blink, Crush, Viper Strike, and Quicks is dead. Man, AlbumSheet are just firing off on all cylinders. First, it was the Blink Dagger bait with that ward. Then it was the TP bait with just 2 heroes. Man, Lions just got next level mind game. Chomi's gonna hit with an Echo Slam though, and I think this Viper can't even get the BKB off, will lose his life. That is a buyback on the Queen of Pain, which won't really do that much, as she wasn't involved in that kill. But we have a straight Assault Cuirass now being delivered to the Slardar. He's gonna keep his Hand of Midas with him. This guy is looking really scary right now, but mid lane tower does get denied, I guess, fortunately enough for Lions, but AlbumSheet with the very, very sneaky plays. Like, you don't really teleport 2 supports in when the enemy team is pushing S5 and then hope that they fall back. If Lions were feeling a little bit more frisky, they could have easily dove those 2 supports, gotten kills, and then taken Rax's. But AlbumSheet, they make a risky play, and it kind of pays off for them. I love it. I absolutely love it. Lajons with the Assault Cuirass is now going to be very difficult for Lions to bring down, and, well, he's going to be sprinting out. He's going to be just fine. We have yet to see any real team breach the base. Tier 3 tower down isn't that relevant at this stage of the game. It'll help for the push later down the line, but it's not going to be gold or anything that's going to have a huge impact, as AlbumSheet actually have a very comfortable lead in this game right now. Their Slardar is very close to being 6-slotted, though. I don't know if you finish your Crimson Guard for the team, or if you build up for something a little bit more smashy. A Desolator, a Heart, something along those lines. Maybe even a Satanic. I mean, those are all good items to have on a strength carry like Slardar. But Crimson, yeah, I don't know if that's completely worth it this game. Regardless, AlbumSheet, they just have to worry about this rat push from Lions. Lions are making sure that every single lane is pushed out every single time. And honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Lions' playstyle just because it tends to get into Farm Fest games. This is not one of those. And their split pushing is like one of the best, I think. Like, they are so great at buying space to just get their team that additional bit of farm, and, well, Sunlight is just so dead now. That happened. Lajons is going to jump right in, however. There's a Shadow Dance already up on Slark and Stampede out from Jonas Fan, but it won't really save him because here comes Lajons with the bashes and the BKB. Jonas Fan is now dead, and they're also going to catch Ira in the back lines. He's not going to get his blink up. Now amplified up. He needs to pounce, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's going to get bashed down. It's a godlike streak for Lajons. Slark and Centaur down. But can AlbumSheet get anything off of this? Quick still on top lane. He's still split pushing. And the rest of AlbumSheet, they just can't push fast enough in order to get into the enemy base. Even with 2 down, I don't think they could push. They're too far away for it. Quicks is going to force 1 person back at the very least. That's going to be No Fear. I think No Fear should be fine against this, but the rest of the team, they can't really go anywhere with this. So as nice as it is to make those types of pickoffs, to make those types of trades, it's ultimately not going to result in anything. I guess you don't have to worry about Slark for another 35 seconds, and Slark is the most dangerous hero right now for Lions. At least the most threatening. I don't know if he's necessarily the most dangerous. He probably is. I mean, Blink Dagger Scarth Mage is also very dangerous. But is he threatening? Not really, because you could just kill him. Minor distinction, probably. Just semantics, but... we still have a Slardar who wants blood. And his blood is spotted on the mid lane. He's going to sprint forward, wants a Shaker. How fast is the Shaker moving? He's going to blink straight away, and... well, it's actually going to be the Queen of Pain who's going to be thrown up into the air just by herself. The fissure is there perfectly, and Lajons can't blink forward for quicks. So the Queen of Pain will survive, but Lajons still wants a little bit more. Has another sprint, has another blink cooling down, an Earthshaker. You got a TP like right now, bro. Slardar, going the wrong way. So it's going to be Chomi in the mid lane to actually get initiated upon by Ira. BKB is up by the Viper, and he will straight TP out. In the meantime, Jonas and Fan messing with Afterlife just a little bit. Though it's just mostly just creep clearing, I think, from the Batrider. His Firefly is going to take care of that as he might run into Ira. Ira's in a sandwich right now. He's going to jump forward for no fear. He's going to get multicasted and crushed, but he will get stampeded. Chomi's going to block the pounce, but Ira's going so quickly. Lajons going to go a little bit quicker, though. He's going to look for a bash. He needs just one bash, and that'll be a kill. He's going to miss the crush. Has a blink, but Slark blinks down first. And Slark, it looks like he's survivable enough. Lajons can't get the kill. In the meantime, bottom lane, the high ground is being pushed by Quicks and Jonas Fan, but it's not going to be enough to outrace Lajons with an Assault Cuirass. This might be another Raxing situation, just like last game. Fissure is going to slow him down. They have a blink Echo Slam. And yeah, No Fear certainly knows about it. They're going to get a lasso onto Jonas Fan, drag him right back into someone who's teleporting in, but Solon is going to jump in for an Echo Slam. Lajons with the BKB, though, is going to go to town to Ira now. After the Earthshaker is down, Ira can't do anything. Permabash down. In the meantime, it's just Sunlight and Afterlife hunting down and killing off all the Lion heroes who are trying to push. I don't know if Jonas Fan is going to survive this. He's going to land a one-man hoof stomp. He's going to try to TP away, but with a little bit more physical from that wave, they will get the kill. Ira's going to buy back into this game. He's going to try to go for Chomi. He's going to take an entirety of a Sonic Wave, but now Lajons comes in with the amplified damage. Can he kill off Ira for a second time? He won't be able to because of the Shadow Dance, but it will be Quicks to fall. Lajons now silenced up. He's completely out of mana. Still actually does not have an Aegis. He's going to go for Jonas Fan instead. Lajons does not want any part of this, however. He's not really healthy for this push. But they still take melee Raxes in advantage. And Lions, their rat, it was certainly threatening, but not good enough. Although Jonas Fan looks for a little more. No Fear. Sunlight getting hit with the double edge, double hoof stomp as well. Lajons still taking quite a bit of damage, but he has Assault Cuirass. He could turn around and demolish Solon if he really wants to, but he really just wants to get the hell out of here. It's instead going to be Slark killing off Sunlight first, as Solon's going to be chased down by the Batrider. That will be a 2-for-1 in favor of Lions. I think Batrider and Slardar will be able to escape successfully. Still, they take a Rax advantage. And Slardar, if he had just a little bit more juice, he could have just turned around and killed off everyone from Lions, but just ran out of tank in the gas. He might run into Centaur. No, Centaur not nearly fast enough in this game. But still, Lajons is going to be making absolute bank. He's at 4,500 gold. He can complete his Crimson if he really wants to. He's going to sell off his Midas, buy a Heart, buy a Daedalus. That's Batrider, okay. Buy nothing. Sure, why not buy nothing? Because Dota compound interest. If you save up your gold, you get more gold later. That would be very interesting if that was a thing. Like, I wonder how that would change the metagame, but it's not relevant because I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, Lajons could go for literally any item he wants right now. What would be the best, though? Probably just more damage. A Desolator. Is that armor overkill? It might be armor overkill. A Heart or a Satanic. A Demon Edge. It's got 7k. It's going to be Heart. Okay. Yeah. Heart is a pretty good one. You could disengage in those fights, re-engage, and be fine doing so. We're going to go for Roshan, and even though Aloha Dance is going to mess up his amplified damage, I don't think it matters because he has so much attack speed, he's going to be able to permabash Roshan. More or less. A little bit of help from his team. There's the amplified damage. Now Roshan is going to die, giving up both Aegis and Cheese, but here comes the rest of Lions. Chomi's going to find everything out. He's going to hit with a one-man Echo Slam, and can he get out? He will get forced out of the Mystic Flare, but he will go down. No Grave Mech, and he's going to survive. Now Solon going to get pulled back right into the clutches of No Fear's multicast. That's going to be Heart and Aegis now for the Slardar as he does chase forward. Aloha Dance. Not going to find anyone else, but Lions failed to get the jump on the enemy. Where is the Cheese? I believe, yeah, Viper has it. And No Fear, he's going to stop this rat push from Lions. And here comes Aloha Dance as well, bloodlusted with the sprint. If he catches anyone, they're just so screwed. But catching someone is really the hard part of this Slardar's life. He's so tanky, though. 3,300 with almost 30 armor to his name. Afterlife is going to chase forward, looking for someone, but he won't find anyone. Instead, they're going to be the rest of AlbumSheet pushing down the mid lane. And no fear. No, don't make it 3 times. No fear. Please let it not be so. Afterlife is going to get jumped, and it looks like Afterlife is going to be the first one to fall. Yule Scepter will buy him a little bit more time, but I don't think it's going to save his life. No fear is also going to be dropping here. You're going to find a little bit of solace with Sunlight, but there's no grave and no fear. You're going to try to fight to the death. In the meantime, Aloha Dance and Viper, they're doing a lot of damage to the Lion's base. Everyone's going to TP back, but this Lion's fighting only 2v5. They are going to get chain stunned by Soul, and Mystic Flare is going to drop on a Slaughter as well, but he has a heart. He doesn't really care. Soul going to get absolutely demolished. Now Ira going to try to man fight with Aloha Dance. Into the Shadow Dance he goes. Aloha Dance still losing quite a bit of stat bonuses, but he does have an Aegis for himself. Once this actually does pop, he's going to get slowed down to a crawl, and he can't really get his hands onto anyone except for Ira. He's going to turn and fight to the death, and that will be his death indeed. Chomi's still at full HP, though. Does he still have a mech? I don't believe he does, but he does have a BKB. Lodan's going to blink forward. Has regained all his stats. Yes, I do believe that's how it works. Slark has it all still on him, and Slardar doesn't have his, but here comes the Dazzle. They've already taken down the mid set of Raxes. Try to take top. I don't think they get that. Ira's going to blink forward pretty aggressively. It's going to be Josephine to make the jump in, but his Hoof Stomp is going to be met with the Crush, and that's going to be his death. Now Quicks wants it back in, but I don't really think this is the place for Queen of Pain to be. Even with the Shiva's Guard, she's pretty tanky, but it's not going to be enough. Gets thrown up into the air by herself, and we'll be fine for now. But AlbumSheet, they can't get any more. They need more heroes here. No Fear is not in the area. They have a nice creep wave down the bottom lane, but there's just way too many Lions heroes. Even though Chomi has the cheese. No, Slaughter has no, they used the cheese? Okay, I didn't see them use the cheese, but that definitely happened sometime. They're going to go for this push regardless. A BKB on, and a huge Echo Slam onto Chomi and Aloha Dance with the Sonic Wave to follow up. Aloha Dance taking so much damage, but he does get the BKB off, and now we'll kill the off the Earthshaker. There will be a Queen of Pain up into the air as Ira does get hit with the lasso after the BKB. Can they bring him down? They have a lot of minus armor on this Slark, but they just don't have enough damage because Aloha Dance just wants to regen. We'll jump in for another crush. Ira is still alive in the Shadow Dance form, has stolen so much agility, but it will go down in the end. A big hit from Starter to kill off Viper. Will die to the Queen of Pain, but now Queen of Pain is looking pretty damn bad herself. With the crush, she lands back onto the floor. That'll be a triple kill for Aloha Dance. There's a buyback on the Quap. She needs to use it, but there's no buyback on the Slardar. The Slark, rather. And that's going to be the bottom Raxes as well. There's nothing Queen of Pain and Skywrath Mage could actually do about this. And that's going to be GG. Oh man, these games have been amazing, guys. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm usually not too keen on casting Lions games because they do play so slowly. And, you know, rats. Like, rats. That's also a thing, but man, these games have been fantastic, guys. It's been a pleasure casting these games for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's going to be it for this channel for now, but we do have some American games later on in the day, and we'll be covering those as well. For now, though, if you enjoyed the cast, please be sure to hit that follow button. If you liked my casting personally, you can find me at twitter.com/Mike Loris. I'm Mike Loris at pretty much everything. Also, be sure to follow HeflaTV's Facebook and Twitter. It's just all that stuff /HeflaTV. I'm going to be opening up some stuff right now just to show you guys. As an additional bonus for tuning in, I have 2 tokens from Battle Points that I'm going to be opening, so that's going to be fun. So don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. And, well, that's going to be the end of the stream officially for games, but we all want to see what I get for treasure, I'm sure.